Hello. I don't really know where I'm supposed to look. Forget how this works. Hi. I just wanted to make an update. Not that I think anyone is really paying attention in my life, but I'm just a person. I don't know who cares, but I spend a lot of my time watching YouTube, and I spend a lot of my time on other people's channels who I relate to because of what I struggle with in terms of chronic illness, and I'm really interested in the Mandela effect, and I'm interested in doll painting. I haven't tried that yet though, but I'm really interested in it right now. Is this just a reintroduction? People sometimes wonder how I'm doing, I guess. People I don't know that well, or people I do know that well, but I've lost touch with because I kind of have less people in my life these days, and I think that just goes along with having a chronic illness, and whatever else goes on in people's lives. I mean, I think people just grow apart. So I'm rambling, but I wanted to make a video because this is a banana. Seems random, but that's what I eat most mornings. So it's like 1 in the afternoon now, but I haven't eaten yet, so I am reminding myself by putting it in front of me, so I'll just eat it now. No, you just want me to pet you all the time, and you also like bananas, don't you? I'm saying a lot because I'm nervous, about potentially uploading this, because there's something about being known that I really don't like, and about people knowing about my life. Not that I'm anyone special or important, but sometimes I think I have certain things I want to talk about that I think people should be aware of, or I have opinions. I don't know. I just feel like my life is kind of interesting because I go through stuff maybe is a little different. Like I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user. I have my power chair now. I did make a little video a little while ago about how I wasn't sure if I was going to get that because it's a long story, but it's like I have one neurologist who supported it, but he really doesn't none of the doctors I've encountered in Canada really have grasped my body type and what that means. And by that I mean I am debilitated by Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I have the hypermobility type. Eat my banana. And that is people think it's just you're hypermobile and whatever, you're like a gymnast and a contortionist, and it's no. It's a connective tissue disorder. It's a genetic error on the collagen genes. They haven't pinned down, in my case, anybody with hypermobility, yes, they can't diagnose it with genetic testing. So it's a clinical diagnosis because they haven't exactly, I don't know everything, but they haven't exactly located. I think they do have a theory of which gene it is, but anyway, it's a very prevalent condition. Versions of Ehlers-Danlos are very prevalent, but also very unknown, and a lot of celebrities lately, people I'm fans of, even, not all of them, but have come forward saying they have this diagnosis. And I have it. I'm talking with food in my mouth, which is rude. I'll just put this down and finish it after. But I have it, and I also have Chiari brain malformation, I also have I said that. I also have postural orthostatic tachycardia. I have MS. I don't know, I have a bunch of things. I've had a fusion and a decompression for Chiari malformation. They call it a decompression because it's removing a bit of bone from the back of your skull. So that is what part of the problem is when you have a Chiari malformation. Not that you have extra bone, but that you have too much brain in there pushing on your bones. So you need a little bone removed. So I had the little bone removed, little lip of bone at the base of the skull, where the opening is of the skull. They cut it to make it a little wider, right? Which is fine for most people who have this, but a lot of people with this also have EDS, hypermobile EDS usually. So in those cases, we also have something called cranial cervical instability, and that is what I had, and that is why I needed a fusion. And I could not find a neurosurgeon in Canada to agree that I needed this fusion, but it is a very long story. Maybe I'll elaborate more later. I just moved the camera in case people want to see the dog. Okay, you can't really see her because she's like... Anyways, so sometimes I want to talk about this more because I still see people struggling, and while I do have significant health problems, like I always will, and I consider that just my body type, I did have out-of-country treatment for something that they don't necessarily treat in Canada still, and I think it's getting worse for people. And I still need support from my neck. My wheelchair has a headrest. I don't know, I'm doing a lot better since I'm using this power wheelchair because it's enabling me to pace myself and not strain my body like all the time. So maybe I'll talk more about that at some other point. I just wanted to say how I'm doing, and I'm doing fine, and because I think I've put stuff out there before that may seem like I'm not doing fine, and I don't really play guitar that much anymore because it has caused a lot of problems for my body, but I do still sometimes for fun, for my own amusement. I stopped playing shows. I don't know, I hope to get back to it. I just don't know how that's going to happen because I'm just in a different place right now in my life. I'm learning this medication that I have to inject every day. I'm like really tired all the time. I don't know if that's MS or everything else I have, but I feel like recently, the past couple of years, the chronic fatigue aspect of everything has gotten like a lot worse, and it's fine. I'm surviving. It's just harder to get through the day. While I'm showing you my banana, I'll just also show you, this is what I drink for breakfast, because like I'm talking about fatigue, and digestion wears me out because I have gastroparesis, which has to do with all this other stuff too. So this isn't always the best because sometimes, whatever's in it, I don't know, there's stuff in it, but I find because it's like liquid, I can digest it, and I take all my vitamins with it. I take a shit ton of vitamin D, I take B12, I take magnesium, but this is like what I have for breakfast if I have to do stuff during the day and I don't have time to digest, seriously, because that's something we have to think about, some of us. So this is what I drink, and I have my banana, and I always have coffee because coffee's great. So, don't let anyone tell you shouldn't be drinking coffee. I mean, maybe some people shouldn't, but I don't know. Let me know if you can't drink coffee. That's interesting because I've taken breaks from coffee at times, but I always go back to coffee. So this is like 10 minutes. That's good. That's about all I want to do. Maybe I'll do something else with this platform here. It's weird to me that YouTube is public. Like, it's just out there. So that irks me sometimes. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I plan to come back and do something. I've always been like, I love being creative, and I just feel such a call to do things that way, but it's hard when you're chronically ill. Now that I have this wheelchair, I just think maybe I'll go back to school, like, because I didn't feel like I finished. I got my BA in Women's and Gender Studies with a minor in Sexuality Studies. A lot of people are like, what are you going to do with that? But my plan was just to continue and do a master's. I never did that in social sciences somewhere. I don't really know. It's been years, like a decade now. So I actually hope to go back. The whole aim of getting the wheelchair, the power chair, was like, maybe I can go back to school. Maybe I can take the bus. Like, so anyway, I may talk about all that stuff again on here, but I just wanted to, like, reintroduce myself and say hi to everyone, and especially those who were wondering what happened to me. I don't know. Okay, thank you. Nice to see you.